And what I'm going to do is then now start talking about your company page. So just by way of reminder, if you have any questions, if there's anything you want to know, just type that into the chat box. More than happy to answer that for you towards the end with our Q&A. But hopefully it's given you a good idea of the importance of creating content, a number of ways to create content, how to use LinkedIn events, and also looking at your live streaming. From here, I'm going to now focus on the LinkedIn company page. And as you have seen on my profile, I have access to a number of company pages on LinkedIn. So let's start to talk about that in more detail. So your company page is different to your own account because your company page is that corporate representation. So even though I have my own Emma Gribben LinkedIn profile, which is my personal profile, I have a company page for Alchemy Digital Training and Digital by Emma, as well as working with a number of other organizations on their LinkedIn company page. So we can see that the setup here is slightly different. We have a cover image and a logo, and then we have got the ability to post updates. I think the easiest way for us to see this is by me navigating into the company page itself and talking through some of the functions there. And then as we're going through, feel free to submit any questions that you might have. Okay, so this is what we were looking at just a few moments ago. I feel really powerful because it sounds super admin view, but it's just really letting me know that I'm viewing the page as an admin, not just as a member. So if I wanted to see what my followers see, I can click through and view as a member. So this is what people who follow my organization will be able to see for Alchemy Digital Training. So here we have the opportunity to include a call to action button. We have included contact us. In this instance, it takes us across to the website. So this is where people can go to our website and look at our courses and content. Also under more, you can send a message, or the report abuse function is there. But also here within the corporate page, we have got headings for home, about, posts, jobs, people, insights, and videos. So at a glance, you can see all of the content that a corporate page has posted over the following while, and we have been quite quiet given Easter, etc. But here you can see recent updates, programs, events that are upcoming, for example. And just like the content that we saw in the newsfeed, you can react, comment, share, or send a message about that. So the functionality here is to represent your organization, to share updates. So if you wanted to create a corporate page for your own organization, the easiest way to do that is to go across to the main menu here for work. And from the drop down for work, you will see over on the bottom right-hand side, create a company page. So it is a little bit hidden. It's not the most obvious feature within LinkedIn, but underneath work, and then on the very bottom right-hand side, create a company page. So from here, LinkedIn will take you through the company setup wizard. You have the ability to create a page for a small business, medium to large, showcase, or educational institution. Just to highlight what a showcase page is, a showcase page is a sub-page, and that would be where you connect it to an already existing organization. Where might you use that? Well, let's just say you were a global brand like Google. So Google would have a LinkedIn corporate page, but you might have Google Digital Academy as a showcase page. You might have Google Conversions as a showcase page falling out from underneath that main page. So unless you have a number of sub-brands for your organization, chances are you're just going to set up either a small business or a medium to large business page for your own organization. So it's really straightforward. You will be brought through to fill in all of the info that's needed. So here on the left-hand side, you pop in your page identity. Don't forget to claim your public URL, which should be your brand name. You pop in your website details, and you select from the drop downs for company, industry, size, type. And here you upload your logo and verify that you are able to create the page on behalf of that organization. Okay, so I'm just going to come back into the page itself. It's really similar how we can create content. And what I will highlight is that you can run a poll from a corporate page, but not currently from a personal page. So the polls function that I mentioned is most applicable here with company. And also here you can attach a document. So if you have a PDF document or something that you wanted to share with your audience, you can do that. Now, one of the great things that LinkedIn has made available is the ability for people to invite their connections. So notice over here it says invite connections to follow. And what I can do is click in, and I have got 100 credits available, and they refresh every month. So what I can do is go down through my connections and invite people to come across and follow my corporate page. So anyone I'm connected to directly on LinkedIn, I can then invite them to come across and follow my corporate profile. So as you can see, there's 100 credits available. My next refill is on the 30th. So if you wanted to invite people that you're connected with, that's a great idea. The other thing you can do is, of course, to manage admin. So if you wanted to bring a colleague in and invite them to also manage the page, you can do that. So you can add an admin, and then ultimately they can invite their connections to like your corporate page. So back over just to content. From all of the, sorry, I'll navigate home first of all. From all of the posts that you post, you can obviously see the performance of that. So it's telling you how many impressions there have been, what the engagement has been on that. So you get to see what the reach is as a result of that corporate page. And then also in activity is where we have a summary of everything that has happened, quite like the notifications tab. So here we can see if other organizations have mentioned us in a comment or in a post, if they have tagged us in anything. So here we have a post from Gail. She said, thank you for a very informative session. Women in Business have mentioned us, for example, and we can react to all of that. So it's a way for us to stay up to date with everything that's happening with the corporate page. And they don't always show up straight away within our notifications. Okay, so that's an overview of the company page. Some of our frequently asked questions: why should you have a company or a business page? Number one, it makes you look a lot more professional on LinkedIn. Number two, you can tag that within your own profile, so the logo appears whenever you're including your employment history. Number three, it's an area for people to specifically follow your company, to learn more about what your company offers, to stay up to date with the content that you're sharing. What should you post on your company page? There are no limits, really. Anything that is of relevance to your audience, anything that relates to what you're doing as an organization, upcoming events, initiatives, programs, customer feedback, and any articles that you've written, anything that you feel is relevant to your organization. How often should you post? So posting on LinkedIn isn't always as time sensitive as Facebook. So whereas we really need to be posting daily or a good few times a week on Facebook, we know that people aren't accessing LinkedIn every single day of their lives. So we could get away with posting a few times per week. So what I would say as a baseline for people getting started with a company page, if you were to post to that once a week and then push 2 times a week, you're going to have your content showing within your newsfeed. Now, remember, the important part is to figure out what your competitors are doing on LinkedIn. So you want to benchmark against them and go one step further, but you are building that company page from scratch. So don't be shy about inviting your connections to like and follow that page, and also sharing the posts yourself so that they will start to come across within your network. Okay, so that's a little bit about company pages, how to set them up, how to create your company page, posting to that, and how frequently.